All right, Lynn. So can you introduce yourself? Give us your name, business name, and where are you located?
My name is Lynn Hedges. I'm with Canine OTC. No, I'm the owner of Canine OTC. And we are located in Powder Springs, Georgia.
And what kind of dog training do you do?
We do all forms of dog training. I specialize in obedience, competition obedience, pet obedience, and behavior modification. While my husband also does those things, he specializes in law enforcement training, scent work, and personal protection.
Nice, nice. And how long have you two been in business?
My husband's been in business since 1999, well before,
Oh,
but that's when he got his first building.
nice.
And I've been in business for about 10 years.
And what were your biggest struggles before starting with canine or just running ads in general?
Definitely keeping a constant flow of business.
Mm-hmm.
It was either way too busy or dead as can be.
Hmm.
Winters were really hard. We always stacked for winters because it just seemed like the business stopped in the wintertime.
Yeah.
And also because we are a privately owned business and our facility is on our property, nobody knows we're here if we can't get it out there that we're here.
And then how were you getting the word out before? How were you getting leads?
Um, Really just if somebody happened to Google dog trainers in their area, we may pop up, but mainly
Hmm.
word of mouth.
What made you move forward?
So I moved forward because even though we were making enough money, most of our money was coming from personal protection or law enforcement.
Hmm.
And it made me feel kind of useless in the business. And I was tired of seeing inconsistency.
Hmm.
Also, I was always a person who had a corporate job and I did my dog training on the side.
Hmm.
So for me, when I went full time as a business owner, entrepreneurship created anxiety for me because there was always that anxiety of not knowing when the next dollar was going to come in.
Hmm.
And so, I talked to my husband, told him I wanted to pay for this program and get ads started. He said, do what you want to do. So that's when I started with you guys. And best thing I ever done.
I love that. And then what part of our systems do you feel like benefits you the most or like your favorite part of it?
I feel like it runs like a machine.
Hmm.
Um, that's really hard for me to answer because there's
Hmm.
so many valuable parts.
Hmm.
Um, the leads could be there all day long. I sucked as a salesperson before Canine Conversions. So, whenever I talk to people about Canine Conversions, I always tell them like, the leads is the leads, and yeah, you're paying somebody to run your ads, but the school part that teaches you sales and teaches you how to deal with those difficult sales, um, honestly, is probably more valuable than running the ads because if you don't know what to say to them once they get to you, then you might as well not have them anyways.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're going to close some people without sales, but I've closed more people that were on the fence than people that just came in and said, I'd like to buy your biggest package.
Yeah,
People don't say that.
yeah.
So the sales is very valuable. However, I, I don't even know if we can talk about the app yet,
We could
but
yeah, we
that's
could talk about it.
but that's huge. It's a game changer. I'm just going to leave it like that. And that way, whoever looks at this, they're going to come to you and say, what app?
Good marketing right there. Adds
Yeah.
curiosity.
Yeah.
And then so now how many leads or clients are you getting now compared to before?
Um, I would say about 80% more
Hmm.
percentage wise.
Hmm.
Now, keeping in mind that we are a husband and wife business and
Hmm.
we have no intention on hiring more trainers. And although we do want the increase in sales, we only want the increase of sales that him and I can handle.
Hmm.
So let's see here. Gosh, that's really hard to kind of, because I've scheduled people for next month too.
Hmm.
Um, but I would say on average about 10 a month.
Ooh, okay, okay.
Yeah. This month, I believe we were 6 or 7.
Hmm. Gotcha, gotcha.
So, so for us, that's great.
Yeah, no, 100%. No, that's a huge, no, that makes a big difference. And what kind
Yeah.
of, revenue or sales growth have you seen since joining Canine Conversions?
We are just with the canine conversion
Hmm.
people that we gain. We are seeing anywhere from, I'll say we're seeing an average of 20 plus thousand per month.
Hmm.
So we usually hit somewhere between 20 and 25.
Hmm.
Um, but I see that making a big jump.
Hmm.
I
No,
do see
yeah.
that making a big jump.
No, no, that's really good to hear. And one of the things I love about ads too is that, and you did also mention that in one of the masterminds, was that, yeah, you can get one sale, but that one sale can, can mean more than just one sale, because then it can just, you can get more clients for that, from that. So it's like I've had people who, yeah, they came with Canine and then they just like, they just recommend like two or three other people. And that's the power, like, that's what I love about ads.
Absolutely.
Mhm. Sweet, sweet. And then if another dog trainer is on the fence about working with us, like what would you tell them?
It takes money to make money. I know
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot and I know it's scary, but it takes money to make money. And if you're guaranteed to stay exactly where you're at if you don't make the jump.
Mm-hmm.
But if you make the jump, the sky's the limit.
Nice,
You're
nice.
gonna see growth. Just be ready for it.
And what were you feeling when you made that jump, or like right before making that jump?
it right before making that jump,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was I I was just feeling useless. My anxiety was high. My husband was out there working with law enforcement and this and that. But I'm like, well, damn, what would happen if we lost that contract? Then we'd be
Mm-hmm.
in bad shape. So I wanted to create, I've never been a person that likes to keep all my eggs in one basket. So even though he
Mm-hmm.
had that coming in, I wanted to make sure that this obedience was coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So, like to go back to the question, sorry, I was going into the woods.
You're good.
Um, I was feeling really useless and
Mm-hmm.
hopeless.
Mm-hmm.
So it made
Yeah.
me feel like I had purpose again.
Like, would you recommend canine conversions to any other dog trainers? And if so, like why?
I would recommend canine conversions to many dog trainers because one of the main reasons us dog trainers are really good at training dogs, we're horrible at business. And I
Mhm.
think that Canine Conversions does not just run the ads, but they teach you sales. The masterminds that we have are, we talk about so many different aspects of business that you grow in ways that you weren't even banking on growing.
Mhm.
Well, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just, um, yeah,
No, yeah. The funny thing is like I don't even like using the word agency. It's just like I feel like we had to use it because we run the ads, but I feel like it's something like, we just I strongly believe that in order to win with like meta ads or just any kind of ads, it just takes more than just the leads, you know?
yeah.
And it's more like a process or a system from like, okay, having from a front end offer, from like, when we switched from consultation to transformation and we saw the cost per lead to like the ads and to like the sales, I feel, and now into like, the new app with the like the delivery aspect of it, you know? So I feel like it's one
Mhm.
of those things where like I don't even like using the word agency because I feel like we just do more than that. But no, you're absolutely right. It's like
I mean, it
I
truly is a family. I
Mhm,
mean, you gain a whole sense of, um, family or community.
mhm,
Just the fact that, when we're in the masterminds, we get kind of like, oh dang, it's 7 o'clock. You guys want to stay on till 7:30? Because we're having such a good time in the masterminds together. Like, yeah, it's business, but I feel like we talk about so much more too.
mhm. Yeah, no, the Tuesday masterminds are my like I look forward to Tuesdays. Like I
Hmm.
really, really do look forward to Tuesdays. And it was funny too, just because like I remember when I was doing like the marketing masterminds and I was just slowly focusing on marketing, like I was like, oh, I would stress out and be like, all right, what am I gonna talk about? What am I gonna talk about? And then one day I would just, not feeling well that day, and I was just like, I'm just gonna make it a Q and A. And it was a hit.
Right,
And then after that, it's just like I feel like people like, like people just found more value in that and things more like more casual and it was just more chill. And I mean if it was up for me, I can stay till like 8 p.m.,
right,
and just kind of hanging out. And even me, like I learned so much um from you guys too, that I'm just like, okay, ooh, they said this. Let me Google it real quick. Like, what does this mean? While
right.
you guys are talking. So no, I do get like a lot of value on that as well. Sweet,
Yeah,
awesome. Well, thank you, Lynn. I appreciate you. Appreciate, you answering these questions. I'm very, excited for the future. I'm very proud of you because you've been hitting those consistent months and
thank
you've been
you.
crushing it. And I appreciate you showing up
Thank,
to the masterminds and you know, being active there too, and helping other members as well grow. So I
thank
really appreciate
you.